Hi crafters! Today we are going to build this tower. Don't forget to click subscribe for more Minecraft fun. With the overview complete, let's look at some of the unique features of this tower. This bridge is made of both string and carpet and designed to fool mobs to keep them from crossing it. To the left of the water feature, we have a second entrance, which leads inside and then downstairs. This allows for an entrance to either a mine or an underground fortress. The choice is up to you. This landing is important so as to keep from digging into the moat. The outside stairs lead up to a turret that's designed to keep the Endermen out and give a vantage point of the surrounding terrain. I've turned off the shaders, so let's take a look at what we need and get building. So here are the items you'll need to build this tower. The exceptions are the dirt, water, and cobblestone. These aren't exact numbers. You may need more or less depending on how you build. One other item a couple other items. One is this is an oxidized copper slab, and the blue banner, you can use any banner you want, obviously. And the baked potatoes, well, hey, I get hungry when I build. Here is the basic groundwork for the tower. The checkerboard is not required, it's just to make the visual much easier to see. The moat itself is 6 blocks deep. The stone edge is not included in the materials for building. The basic shape of the tower base is 11 blocks wide by 9 blocks from the front to the back. You will notice that there are 3 additional blocks placed on the lower right corner of the screen, and this is for the drawbridge or the bridge going across to the tower. This is a slightly different view. Hopefully it allows you to see that there's a 1 block dig out, and this is for the floor as well as for the foundation of the water feature. The mine entrance floor has now been placed, as well as the foundations for the water feature. You'll also notice that I have just placed steps around the outer edge of the tower upside down. This is to keep the spiders from being able to crawl up the wall into the tower. I'm just getting ready now to place the last of those steps. And there we have it. That's the last of the steps. Here, I'll give you an overview. Work so you can see what's going on. The cobblestone was used for the footings as well as the floor, and then the cobblestone brick stairs are used for the outer edge. Next, we will be building the center column for the tower. So this is the center column of the tower. It's 9 blocks high and is approximately 4 by 4, as you can see. So we're going to finish off the last few details here. I still have a few more blocks to install here. And then across this front edge, we're actually going to use stone brick wall. This will hide the edge of the water. Now you're probably wondering, how am I going to get down from here? Well, so there is our center build right there, as well as we've added water to it as well. I might take a quick walk around just so you can see. It lines up with the edge of the stair here, as well as the cobblestone floor. Now that we have our 4 flights of stairs added to this side of the building, we're going to go ahead and accent them with dark brown wood. With our first flight of stairs complete and accented, it's time to start building the first landing and the next set of stairs. It's much easier from down here on the ground. We'll use the exact same pattern that we've been using and accent it with brown wood. Now comes the stairs. The next flight of stairs and landing have been installed, but there's still some interior work we need to do while we still have access to it. For one thing, we want to add a light in here so as not to have this be a dark basement. With our light installed, now would be a good time to start installing the walls and the footings for them. We're going to build these walls one wall at a time. The foundations have already been laid. You notice that they are stone bricks, and then the cornerstone over here is a stone brick wall. And we'll complete these up to the bottom of the landing and stairs. And there is our first wall to be completed. Let's go around and work on the back wall. The back wall is coming along nicely, but while I'm up here building, there's one detail I'd like to add underneath this landing. Here, right here, I want to drop a couple of chains or build a couple of chains, and then put a lamp on the end of it. There we go. It's much easier to install a lamp at this point than trying to add it later. I'm going to go ahead and finish up this wall, and then we'll start in on the final wall. The final wall is coming along nicely, but there's still one last build tip that I want to make sure I share with you, and that is how to make rectangle windows. So to build those rectangle windows, the first thing we're going to have to do is get up a couple of levels. We'll drop a block there and a block there. Now, we need to install 2 levels of blocks opposite of that. And now, pointing at the bottom block, we're going to install a set of stairs that direction. And now we're going to install another set of stairs, but this time upside down, like that. Okay, so let's go down. We'll remove our blocks. So that's the first window. Let's go ahead and we're going to walk around to the inside and do that one more time, just so you have the technique down. I have installed dirt blocks in here temporarily. That's what they came in use for, so that we can go ahead and do that. Now notice that window is set to the right of me, but now what we're going to do is do the same thing, but set it the opposite direction. So I'm bringing my supplies back up. Here's the first step. And then we're going to make that second step upside down just like that. By bringing in the blocks next to it, we are able to have that offset pattern. So one to the right, one to the left, and then the next layer up, I'll go ahead and put one more to the right. Then we'll take one final look at the wall before we go on to our next project. The final wall is almost complete. You can see the offset pattern of the 3 windows very clearly now. There are a few finishing touches we need to do here, so let's turn the camera around and get to it. One important safety feature for this, to keep the Endermen out of the basement, is to use or put in these walls down to the 2 block level, such as you see here. In addition to that, we're going to install one more piece of wall right there, and then we're going to use that to hang our banner. Now the thing I've noticed about banners is you want to be fairly square when you place them, otherwise they're tilted to angle. There we go. And then for the final touch of this section, we'll install a light or lamp. Now let's head upstairs, finish the wall, and we'll start in on the turret. So to complete the wall, we're going to add 3 blocks of accent trim, followed by 3 blocks of stone. Now we do need to complete this front edge, which is made of the brick wall, so we'll bring that up to our final level here as well. Okay, so we've got everything built up to this next level. So now's the time to complete the floor of the turret. Next, we're going to add the last set of stairs leading up to this. And then we're going to install our wood accent block there as well. Finally, we put the last layer of the turret floor into place. Let's install the turret walls and supports for the roof. and we'll move on to installing the roof. To start the roof, I'm going to put a block of dirt down so I have something to stand on. Then I will start placing the copper slabs. And next come the roof inserts as such. And that completes the roof. Notice that it's the copper slabs surrounding the dark oak planks, and then I finished it off with a couple of lamps, so we don't want anything spawning up here either. All that remains now is to install the stairwell rails, lamps, and then, wait for it, we've still got the bridges left to do. So let's get to it. The stone brick railings and lanterns are now installed all the way down the stairways. So it's time for us to head down, finish this build by installing the two bridges. We're going to start by installing the bridge here across the water feature. We lay a set of wood steps down. We're going to turn around here and install trapdoors, the first row of them at least. From here, so we are now on the other side of the water feature. We're going to start by laying down stairs such as that. Our next step is to go across, use the sneak command, and then add the next row of doors. Trapdoors, that is. We're going to step over here, take a look at our handiwork. There you have a nice bridge made out of trapdoors. Just as a suggestion, you might want to go around this outside edge and also add a few torches. That leaves our bridge across the moat. So I'm going to lay in a layer of handrails, string, and carpet. And I'll show you how that's done in just a moment. Once you have that first row, it's fairly easy to work your way across. Simply use your string, lay a line of string down. I know you can hardly see it, but you'll see it outlined there, so you can lay it right next to the next one, and we'll continue. Then the carpet goes down as such. While I'm here, I'm also going to do that first layer of handrails. I'm back with the needed supplies. So we're going to finish off those three, put lanterns on the top. And there we have our completed tower. I think you'll like this video. Thanks for joining. Keep crafting.